Hello. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm going to be playing I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Wake up again. This game deals with mature subjects and may not be suitable for all players. Sorry, 1 second, just making sure everything's working. Okay, let's see. Please see our content warning in the systems menu. Let's see. Oh, is this working? Ooh, you wake to chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here or what virtumina is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ringing in your ear. What's going on? You try to speak, but the words come out jumbled. Your throat seizes around a lungful of choking smoke, and you feel dizzy and confused. Your friend pulls you out of the rumble. She throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog, like from Earth? Whoa! The creature howls and runs. Its jaws open. I think I just died. I was a teenage exocolonist. Look, it's a spaceship. Woo! You're born on the stratospheric, Earth's first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Virtumna 5, I think is what that is, in the hope they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. They name you, what are we thinking? Solane, Solona, or Solone Assay? Oh, hey! Looks like my thing is working properly. Okay, what name are we thinking? Or something else? I can make up my own name. Should I make up my own name? you write your own name. I don't know. Any suggestions on what my name should be? I honestly don't know. I suck at making names unless I like pre-do research for it, which is kind of weird, but you know. Hmm. I think it just did not. I think I just didn't have a name. I think I might have just like not have picked a name. I think my name is something else now. Well, that sucks. I think I'm just gonna go in the middle. Makes it easier. You're bright-eyed child with an active imagination, sometimes too active, your mom says. I mean, I do agree. I think it is pretty funny that my name is something else. I guess we'll find out when we get into the world. Or that might be my name. Oh wait, can I oh no, I can rename it. Oh, there we go. I'm not a complete fool. Haha. Okay. Your earliest memories are of your 4th birthday. There's a big cake with a neat hollow effect that looks like fire, but when you reach out to touch it, all you get is a handful of icing. I wish I had a cake like that. That sounds so cool. Your favorite present is your mom's gardening troll, an animal book from your dad, a doll from Auntie, Captain something's old hat, learning tablet, I'm gonna say a learning tablet. Hall does science, which is what runs the ship. He also teaches the older kids. The tablet has some games that teach math using pictures, and it has lots of letters you can't read yet. From as early as you can remember, you've had vivid dreams every night. You dream about your friends, but they're more grown up. You dream about your parents too, only there's more serious. At night, you explore a vast, unexplored wilderness under wide open skies, enjoying the feeling of rain hitting your face. Except sometimes you dream of monsters. Sometimes the bad dreams make you scared to go to sleep. So every night before lights out, your dad tells you a bedtime story. You often ask for tales of Earth, a place you've only seen in holovids. Your dad doesn't want to talk about it. How about we save that for another time? He'll say, or maybe when you're older. He prefers made-up stories. I don't know, what do you think my favorite story is? Ship engineer manuals? I think that would be pretty funny. Sir, Knight, and Princess Petticoats, superhero justice warriors, future dog and the space cadets, stories from your dreams. Superhero justice warriors? Okay. They fight for the downtrodden in the streets of the city and love everybody except the bad guys who are mean and try to take all the money for themselves. That's my favorite too, your dad says. Every child on the stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. By age 6, you see the first signs of your... The first time I played this, I put nothing at all because I thought it would be really funny. So there's cards that will help you later in the game. -1 stress. So should I go calm or absorbent brain or nothing at all? So first one's eagle eyes, +1 skill on challenge wins. The next one's extra fingers, +1 skill on challenge wins. The next one's absorbent brain, +1 skill on brain challenges. Super strength, +5 calm temperament, 0 -1 stress. Oh no. Super strength maybe? Well, I did a manual, so I think I'm gonna do this. Professor Hall says kids learn fast because their brains are like sponges, but when people get older, they can't absorb as much new stuff. Not for you. You've always learned and your curiosity knows no end. Yeah, I'm so smart. Woo woo. Oh, hey. Thank you for watching. The other kids have trouble keeping up with you, but no one tries. Shy and energetic and loyal. You know, I kind of want to befriend the ship again. I really want to befriend the ship. Or do you think I should befriend someone else? Any suggestions? He is emo kid that's really shy, doesn't really talk to anybody. That's does DYS. This one, I forget her name. I think it's Tammy. This is the one I befriended the first game. I thought was super cool. That's Anna Moni, and this one is Cal. Yeah. So somebody said, or my stepdad, Fleshbag said, forget real people. AI is the best. I agree. AI is best. By the time you're 8, you spend more time talking to the ship's computer than others your age. You just seem to know some things about her without understanding why. Like how to ask nicely for her to treat you like one of the adults, unlocking commands that the other kids don't even know exist. It's a trick you do, a string of numbers and letters recited in a whisper, a secret language between you and her alone. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Hall says it's like a doorway to another star system, with the planet Vertumna. Is that 5? No. 4? Vertumna 4? Because that's 1, and V is a 5, and Roman numerals is 1 minus 5. It is 4. Okay. On the other side, you run energizing drills for months to prepare. Let's see if I can, oh, what did I do? I don't know how to add it. I was gonna try and add the comment too, so you can see it too. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble. Then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods just in case. I have no idea how to do this. Yeah, okay. Single file, everyone. Professor Hall instructs you to follow him. You've dreamed of this day since you were in diapers. It's one of your earliest memories, even though it hasn't happened yet. As the ship passes through the wormhole, the shields will fail. If you don't recalibrate them, your parents' hydroponic farms will be lost. You do as he says, try to slip away. Well, I don't want to hurt my parents' things. There is a spot to add chat windows. Momentary. Give me a second. years now. Yeah, no. I guess that's a figure out a different time. You give Professor Hall the ship, a move you've practiced for this day, and rush to the engine wing, past confused adults who try to stop you. You find the nearest conquered terminal. I mean, I did befriend the ship, so, you know. Enter the route access code. Congurin agrees to help you because you are her friend and because you know her favorite string of letters and numbers. Access code accepted, she says. Please enter the shield collaboration parameters. I don't know. You know the general concept, but can't explain the steps to her because you just don't know enough about the ship's engineering. You try everything you can think of, getting increasingly agitated, but she doesn't understand what you want or how to do it. The ship enters a wormhole while you're still trying to talk to figure it out. You black out just like you always do. Is that normal to black out? Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. The medbay under you plays a soft tone and an automatic voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completely healed. They may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. Sunlight, trees, or ground. What do we think is different? Dirt, so ground. Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushrooms like trees. There are constructions, materials everywhere, and people walking around outside and on the ground. They're on the ground? I thought they were in a spaceship. You better get out there and join them. Rush outside to start your new life, or cautiously step outside to see your new life. Am I gonna be slow and safe, or rush into it? You know, jump into that scary life. I don't know. Safety is for the weak, just die right away. Okay. I'm rushing, I'm speed running. Whoa! Okay. I'm outside. What do we think of I think the character looks cute. Oh. Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake! You've been asleep in medbay for days. Are you all better? You rub your eyes. You do feel groggy. Everything is so strange. The air feels moist and the ground is covered with pale blue powder that crunches under your feet. The reflections of it are blinding. Why did I say the air feels moist? Ugh. You squint and look up, then almost fall over from the vertigo. The sky goes on forever. Around you are fungal trees taller than anything you've ever seen before. Your heart pounds, boom, 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 in your chest. Are you feeling okay, Cluzzy Camo? You better go see your dad, Tammy says, worried. He and your mom have been waiting for you to wake up. So did they not... Sorry, did they not, visit me when I was in the med bay. That's sad. Also, thank you, Mom. She just said that one of her friends started following. My friends started following you. So, yay! More people! Whee! She points southeast towards some old geodesic domes. Let's go see everybody before we do something else. I think this is my dad. Cluzzy Camo. Your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Doctor insists thought that I'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Oh, awesome! Thank you. Hopefully, more people watch. Yeah, I think the animations are pretty cool. He's so embarrassing. Aw, you love your dad. I don't know. I feel like that would be more of a, aw, I love you, Dad. Uh, I don't know if that worked. Uh, just give me 1 second. Um, okay. Uh, can you see my people talking now? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh well. Oh, why did... Huh? No. Uh, I don't want that. I'm struggling. I love my dad. Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratospheric from... he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratospheric from the outside, except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two, and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. Yeah, I'm trying to make it so the chat comes up on the stream. I'm really struggling with it though. So do we think it's beautiful? How did you do this so fast? What's outside the wall? How long was I passed out? Like, how did they build this wall already? Well, it said that outside of the wall is the alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. So I assume the alien jungle is what's outside of the wall. Oh, you mean the little slow. Oh, don't worry about that, my dear Aubergine, he says. Nothing that could hurt you. We just don't want you getting lost in the big, big world out there. It sounds really strange. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? He asks. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in medbay. Medbay is like, I just think Among Us. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. So it just so happened I woke up on my birthday. Interesting. Your birthday already. You feel a dizzy sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what is in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. What should I do? Hiding something out there for sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're totally hiding something out there. Okay. I open the package. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined, as you dreamed. A feeling of panic rises in your throat. Your hand shakes. But how?
Did you tell Stream that I played this game before? Did you tell Stream that that's why there's more options? You should tell Stream.
So I just got told that I should add that um, I'm playing on my girlfriend's computer and she's played the game before, so I guess there's more options than when you first start. So the cool thing about the game is that the more you play, the more options that you get. So, just a FYI if anybody wants to play it. Super fun game. Anyways.
And it's an indie game.
And it's an indie game?
Do you not know what an indie game is?
Okay. Your dad notices. Are you okay, Cluzzy Camo? He snaps his fingers. Doctor instance shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes those sleeping meds take a while to wear off. They make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Maybe that's all it is. I think it's a little bit more than that. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm sorry, Cluzzy Camo, he says, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed, and he stops himself. Don't worry, we're going to fix it. Your mother and I. Professor Hall is expecting you in classes. If you're feeling up to it, your dad says, pointing west to the engineer wing, in the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier. Or you can relax in our quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, then kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Cluzzy Camo. I love you. Okay. Do I love my dad? Or do I just, like, awkwardly give him a thumbs up like teenagers would? Any suggestions? Suggestions? Yes to both. What do you mean? I can only pick one. What do you mean yes to both? Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I was just reading the chat. I'll just like awkwardly give him a thumbs up. Okay. Oh, look, there's another kid. I went too far. UC die. Is it Diz or Dies? Diaz? So, my stepdad says, flashback says, probably thumbs up. It's a tough world out there. Better be ready for it. Fair. Sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the south, where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly, without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? I agree with this kid. Very good points. You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wiggly. For years in space, you've had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of shifting through wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking you from your daydream, Diaz whispers, I think there are monsters out there. Do I believe you. Stop making things up. My dad says there's nothing to be bad out there. So Flashback says, yes, question everything you've been told. These people are all replacement aliens. You know, I forget what they're called, but there's I think videos about that happening. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic. I can tell nobody believes me. He turns his back and ignores you. Did I hit the wrong one? I think I hit the wrong one. Social cues, don't understand them. I guess I'll just leave him alone so he doesn't get more mad. Well, you tried. He is too sensitive about being teased. That's fair. He understands stuff that most people don't. You know, being that weirdo. Okay. I don't think that worked. Oh, this was the one that I was like, I need to befriend the first time I played this. I don't remember what happened. I mean, I remember bits and pieces of it, but for the most part, no. Hiya, Cluzzy Camo! Anamani seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold, but it's still neat, and you can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little, and Anamani is simple, physically real. You always feel grounded near her. So, what are you making? Have you seen any monsters? Why aren't you in school? See you later. Which one? So, Flashback says, seen monsters. Nope, just some little bugs. The grown ups would say if there were monsters, right? She shrugs and smiles reassuringly. Even if they were monsters, Chief Rehat would beat them all up, so don't worry. My mom says we're safe here than we were in space. You both look over the wreckage of the stratospheric, the spaceship where you were born. Anamani's mom, Antecedent, is probably right about that. Look what the wormhole did to your ship. What are you making? Why aren't you in school? See you later. Guess I can do multiple options. Oh, oh, that's cool. Rebellion. Her birthday's early dust. We're 9 years old. I guess, what are you making? Just no spirals, she says, but earlier me and Cal made a big snow pal. You missed it while you were sleeping in medbay. She smiles, her broad, gap tooth smiled at you. Now that you're awake, we can play. She smacks her forehead. School! I wondered where everybody was. I guess I'm gonna be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried to you. It's okay, she says. Professor Hall is chill. He won't mind. But we should probably go now. She grins and starts running towards engineering. Hey, race you! No fair, she's getting a head start. Should I go to class or should I wander and go somewhere else? I don't know if I can go anywhere else. Oh my god, wait. The garrison. That's funny. Let's go to school. And visit my best friend. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs in Medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of this wing is off limits to children. Concreteness, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard, Clezzy Camo. Do I want to study life sciences or study humanities? Life sciences. Good afternoon, my Boragoning biologists and up and coming chemists. Professor Hal welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon we'll learn what I like to call the wet science. Interesting. He gestures to his hello projected lesson plan. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecologically, and geology. That's a lot of words I can't pronounce. I apologize. You'll learn a little bit of everything, with opportunities for further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for engineering classes. For today's lesson, Professor Hal tells you we'll start with a fun group project. We'll be studying the mush tree, a prominent nature resource native to Vertumna. In the ideal condition, it can grow at a speed of over a meter a day and have a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. That is a lot of big words. I am going to be right back. Give me 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry. That was not supposed to be loud. I might have hit the wrong one. I know one was quieter and one was louder. I might have hit the loud one. I really apologize. I am so sorry. I don't mean to try and make you go deaf. Um, it's not what I meant to do. Um, uh, uh, wah, da da da. Um, okay, give me a second. Yeah, um, it won't let me type because it's not showing you what I'm seeing. Because pop out. And then if I hit and copy, and then I come back. I'm gonna is very confused. Because it's supposed to be that easy that I just like, you know, go and then it works. Okay, well, I don't know. That was my last attempt. I give up. Back to the game. For today's lesson, we'll start with a fun group project. You'll be studying the mush tree, a prominent nature resource native to Vertumna. In the ideal condition, it can grow at a speed of over a meter a day. That's pretty cool. And have a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. He stands on his tippy toes and gestures to illustrate. Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions. You're teamed up with Tang and Cal and are given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest is up to you. Tang looks up Servier's notes on the holonet. Mush trees, she reads, are most abundant south of the colony in the stormy, moist regions of the subaqueous swamp. Thanks, I appreciate the support. Fleshbag said, computers be nothing but problems. You will get it sorted out, hopefully. What if we use water instead of soil? Cal suggests, like they do with hydroponics. Tang nods. If they like wet weather, they might work. Clizzy Camo, do you have any suggestions? Do you think lower the water's pH, put it under a bright glow light, sing to it daily, run an electric current through it, all of the above? The one time I played this, I said all of the above. I don't know about any of the other options because that is the only option I picked. So, I don't know. Any suggestions? It's a long name. Oh, yeah, okay, so Fleshbag says, gotta sing. I'll sing to it daily. Tang protests, saying talking and singing to plants is foolish and unscientific. But Professor Howe reminds you that we don't know anything about Vertumna plants yet, and nobody has proved it doesn't work on mush trees. He gives you his blessing. Every day you rush into the classroom to check on its progress. You and Cal sing quietly to it. Tang flatly refuses to join in. By midweek it has sprouted, and if you look very closely, you think you can actually see it growing while you watch. By the end of the week, yours is one of the biggest mush trees in the class. But one other group also tried Cal's water idea, and theirs is the same height as yours. How did they do that without singing? I think that's a pretty funny reaction. Anybody gardens should just start singing to their plants, right? Okay, so this is the first mini game. So how this game works. So anyone that has the same number, you get a point. And anyone that is the same color, such as these, you get a point. So if I put this here, I get less because the 3 1s are in a row, but the 2 0s aren't in a row. Same with if I put one here, I'll get less because of the ones. I thought it was pretty cool. It took me a few tries to figure out how to play it. Obviously, not a genius. So I thought it was pretty cool doing it this way. I think the other option is if I do it this way. No, okay. So sometimes you can get them in a row as well. So Fleshbag says it's like Uno. Yeah, it's kind of like Uno. Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know, growing food is an important job and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away, but there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on the stratospheric when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. Oh, that's so sweet. Having loving parents? That's amazing. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? Fleshbag says mom's got some sick tattoos. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Okay, so I learned some stuff in school, even though I went to school once and I don't know if I learned anything. I started singing to a plant. School is so boring. Or this has all happened before. Ooh. I don't know what option to pick. And suggestions? Those stretched ears are for sure dangerous though. Gonna get them stuck in some machinery or something, is what Fleshbag said. I never noticed her ears are stretched, and now that you pointed that out, I really don't like that at all. I'm not a fan of that. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with I learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that, your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Your dad smiles. Yeah, very true. My siblings would say that school sucks. Hal will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it's open. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom, I think there are lots of different ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that the colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future, and if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas for how you can spend your time. And come by geoponics, your mom adds. We can use your help. So, I don't know if... Yeah, okay, so here is where the seasons are. So this is the first month, which is where your birthday is. And now we're in mid-month. And then, like, for the season, so I guess it's mid-season and then it's last season. And so it does this whole loop right around. Flashback says, nice, you unlock dirt shoveling. Fun with holes. Yeah, I guess. A sharp whistle interrupts your thought. Hey, Cluzzy Camo! Mars calls out to you. Come here, I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here. She complains the spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Ugh. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out there in all this weather. She continues, since you like running around in it, could you fetch them for me? Should I be rude and say get them yourselves, or should I just be like, okay, yeah, sure, you know, I can totally do that. Okay. What would Flashback says, get wrecked, lady, do your own junk. Mars huffs and rolls her eyes. Ugh, I don't even know why I asked. If you ever want to actually be useful, go talk to Administer Zig. She says, gesturing to the door to command behind her. We're looking for people to work delivery, and I'm just like, no, I'm way too busy. Is that better for hearing me? Or do I need to turn up a different one? Oh, yes, awesome. Hey, thanks, Niche. Oh, Fleshbake says we don't like her. What do you think of my stream, Niche? Let's talk to my mom. You find your mom hard at work, setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth, spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something, do you? She asks. Remember, Cluzzy Camo, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how you spend your time, so long as it's productive. Niche says that very entertaining. Thank you, Niche. She points towards the engineering wing in the back half of the stratospheric severed frame. Professor Hal's still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical applications. You're old enough to help with the work around here. You know, maybe the school system should play this game so they know that schoolwork is not the only way to learn, and people need actual skills to survive. Nisha says real school sucks. And thanks for the feedback, Fleshbag. She claps her hand on your shoulder. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know? Is there anything we need to know? Such as, what are you doing in geoponics? What's happening in engineering? What can I do in the quarters? What's the garrison? What's going on in command? Can I join expectations? I can't say that word. No, I'm good. Suggestions? I don't know. I feel like I'm leaning more towards can I join the expeditions, like exploring the outside to find out what they're lying to us about the wall. What are these lies? But I don't know if you guys have a different option that you suggest. Fleshbag says, "What's in the garrison? Show us the dead bodies." Security Chief Righat is organizing a sports ball team. You used to play, didn't you? Back on the ship? It'll be different here with the planet's gravity. Of all the adults in the colony, Rihet and your mum are the most like soldiers you'd see on an holovid. For a moment, you think your mum's going to suggest something else. Then she shakes her head. You're too young for defense training, so don't worry about that yet. Just enjoy yourself and stay out of trouble. Okay. Should I talk to my dad again? I don't know if I really want to. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back in the ship, you... did I bully her? Were her study partner? Did I study with Tammy? Or did I used to play with her? Do I have another friend that isn't just the spaceship? Oh no. What one do I choose? I don't know. I feel like I want to lean more towards being her friend, but I'm not sure. I'm very indecisive. I'm not great with choices. Flashback says, you want more friends? Scary. Yeah. Study partner, perhaps. Okay. We're study partners. Tammy was awful, just awful at Earth history. She thought Europe was the name of an English queen. That's like me trying to study. And the Pacific was a famous ceasefire treaty. Facts go in one of her huge ears and back out the other. No matter how hard you tried, she never seemed to improve. Her ears perk up hopefully when she sees you. Hello, Clezzy Camo. I was hoping you could help me with some homework. I mean, I'll be nice. Of course. Well, I got friendship, but I lost reasoning. Oh, thank you. She bounces up and down. You spent a couple hours trying to teach her the difference between ectothermic and endothermic reactions. One makes heat and one absorbs it. Why is this so hard for her to understand? The thing is, Tammy never loses heart when she fails a test or gets an answer wrong. It's inspiring, even though sometimes you feel like you get dumber after studying with her. Flashback. Ah ha 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 ha. Can give her the cold shoulder. That's funny. After being like, yeah, you know, we're study buddies. You're okay. So I'm thinking I'm gonna play until the next season, and then I'll end the stream just so it's not super long. Money is bumping a sports ball with her wrist, trying to keep it in the air. Heads up, she shouts and bumps the ball in your direction. Think fast. Bounce it back, look out, a ball is flying towards you. Am I athletic? Do I bounce it back, try and catch it, or am I just like me in real life, super clumsy and just like, there's a ball? I don't know. Maybe if I play this again, I'll be more decisive then. I'm just being really indecisive right now because I just am in shock that this is actually working. I've been trying for the last like 2-ish days to try and get it to actually stream properly, so I'm very happy. Flashback. Aw, can't do a trick. Weak. Bounce it back, then you can show you are ready for expectation. Okay. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. Anamani tells you about the new sports ball court, a proper regulation-sized court, way bigger than the little 0G1 on the stratospheric. Her brother Calm is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything. Speaking, spiking, he's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Okay, so should I play sports ball? Should I go to school? I don't know if this is unlocked yet. Should I go to the lounge? I don't know what that is. Or should I go to the greenhouse where my parents are? Talk to him. My little potato. Just hanging out with my friends. That Cal's a good boy, he says. And have you seen Anamani? She's been out by the garrison playing sports ball. I think she spent every day outside since we landed. He chuckles to himself. Guess that's what happens when you've got enough brothers to make your own sports ball team. He breathes deeply and looks slowly around. Vertomni is magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Season, he shouts, throwing his hands wide. I miss seasons. Back on Earth, it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our sparked snow. He sighs, stretching. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky, and it'll be real hot then. You'll see. Flashback says sports ball thing because it's in the garrison, I think. Find the bodies with the hole digging skills. Okay. The garrison. A small team led by security chief Rahat was enough to keep the peace on the stratospheric. To stay busy, they also run the exercise gym and sports ball courts. Here on Vertumna, the garrison has expanded fast. They're building a huge wall around the colony and have an outdoor firing range and a big covered dojo. And best of all, a regulation-sized sports ball court. Anamani meets you on the court. She's bouncing from one leg to the other in excitement. My brother Calm is organizing the youth team, she tells you. Kombucha. Why does the brother have elf ears and she doesn't? That's weird. Kombucha offers you a high five and greeting, then tosses a sports ball your way. Let's start with a practice game to see what you're good at. You and Anamani are team captains. Pick your team. Do I want Cal? I haven't talked to Cal yet. The one we really, really, really don't like. The older brother who, like, actually knows how to play. Or Tammy, the sweet little, I don't know how to do schoolwork. I forget who I picked. Flashback, you have any suggestions? Or Niche, who would you pick? I said and then as soon as I said that, Niche said thinking alike. Flashback, don't take the evil witch girl. Then you can trash her in the game. I mean, fair. So what? That's Mars. Yeah. So what? Cal, maybe? The tall one. Okay. Niche says take the older brother. Fleshbag says they're all the same height, lol. No. I can pick the older brother. The older brother is, like, way taller. Calm is clearly the best choice. He's 5 years older than any of you. You'll definitely win with him as your forward. Anna Mani chooses Mars. She takes her position as striker with an eager look on her face. Your next choice. Oh, I thought he was the other team. No, it said that you could pick who was on your team. So my last option here is if I want to pick Cal, green guy that my parents really like, or Tammy, my study buddy who isn't the smartest in schoolwork. I don't know. I feel like personally Cal would be better at sports ball, or what's it called? At the team. I don't know what it's called. Nisha's Cal. Yay! 2 friendship. Woo! Mind if I play goalie, he asked. Sports ball is fun, but it feels mean to score against the other team. You face off 3-on-3. Okay. Here's another challenge. So should I do five or one? No, okay. So I'll go 0, 0, 0. Okay. 5 is wild. Okay, so 5, 4, 1, 2, or 1, 1. A 17 both ways. Huh. What's a 3? $18, $15, $18. Okay. Last round. Fleshbag. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. 0, 1, 1, 1. Or 14, 11. That's 6 in a row. That's 14. That's 14. I don't know. I think that's the best I'm gonna get with the numbers I have. Unless no, that's 14. Okay. Yay! I won! You play Nest Stop. Calm could probably run the entire field himself, but each time he gets the ball, he passes it off to someone else on the team. Cal makes an amazing jump save, but is winded when the ball hits him in the chest. The score is tied with Anamani and Mars aggressively keeping the ball in your zone. But Shah manages to intercept it and punts it to you. Blam! You score the match point with a rad spike all the way from the net line. Okay, I mean, it looks like we did show the evil witch girl. That you can trash her in the game, quoting Fleshbag. I guess we did trash her. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning you were sure Professor Hal was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Hal walked away, his hash browns safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. She really is mean. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff that you know can't be real. You've chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shredded body into the colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. She looks familiar. You've lived this life before. In your dreams, you're sure of it. In the light of day, you try to remember everything from your dreams, but it's impossible. You can't live a lifetime in dreams. Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick or that you're sick and need to go to medbay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? Flashback. Bodies. I told you, this place is messed up, yo. Okay, so they're not dreams, they're memories. Ooh. You don't want people to worry. You just want to be normal. Secret powers are fun. Flashback. Not dreams, they are memories for sure. You've lived it enough times to know over and over your head is filled with memories. You've lived and died on this planet more times than you can count. Why are you stuck like this? Being stuck in a time loop would be even harder to explain than having prophet dreams. It's the right choice to keep it to yourself. So I'm pretty sure, you know how there was a little purple thing there? I'm pretty sure those are all the ones that my girlfriend unlocked from playing. So, should I play one more, like, main thing, or should I call it here? No, Cal's out. Cal is riding around the geoponics gardens on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop. Stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Clumsy Camo. Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. Fleshbag says, yeah, that's pretty cool. It remembers that what you've done. I agree. Oh, no way, I didn't mean it like that, Cal explains. It's actually really cool. Hovering outside his rat, look at this. He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this, it's a skate bowl. Cool, can I try? Fleshbag says, add in Zuko. That's rough, buddy. Yeah, that'd be really funny. That'd be really, really funny. Sure, but please be careful. Mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed going down one side to come back up to the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard just staying on the board with this uneven ground, but it's still fun. Okay. I'm yawning now, so and I got some chores that I should do. So I think I'm gonna call it quits. Thank you everybody that watched my stream. And thank you for the people that did subscribe. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know that it's probably not the best stream you've seen, but it is my first stream, so I appreciate the rough around the edges and stuff. Yeah, I hope you all have a great day, and I'm hoping to try and do streaming for the next little bit just as a break from everything. So, Fleshbag says, was a neat game. Have a good one. Thank you. I'm thinking about if people liked it to maybe continue with it.